to Time with Eric and Marie. It's a great day and we're happy to see you all here.
Great. My name is Marie Amwakwa-Boadu. I don't know why we're all clapping our hands.
And my name is Eric Amwakwa-Boadu.
Yeah.
Lovely, lovely, lovely. Another day where we talk about all things marriage.
Yes, and I think we must apologize for not uploading on the channel for a few days. We've left you guys waiting for a few days. So please forgive us on that. Of course, life happens. So in as much as we would like to post as often, sometimes life just gets in the way. So please pardon us, but look forward to at least 2 videos per week.
We're going to try our best. Yeah. Yes, we're going to try our best. And today's another day.
Yeah, and today's topic, I think last topic was
we talked about
how to become power couples.
That's right. Yeah, we talked about power couples. And we're continuing with that subject area where we're talking about power couples. And today's is?
So today's topic is how power couples overcome setbacks.
Exactly. I nearly forgot that topic, but hey, there we go. How power couples overcome setbacks.
Yeah.
So we've already talked about who power couples are, but then it doesn't mean that they always are hunky-dory, always happy, always enjoying each other's company. Power couples also face challenges and setbacks. And what are some of them? It can be a setback in your finances. It can be a setback in your health. It can be a setback in even the marriage itself. But today we're looking at how you can deal with it as a power couple.
Yeah, so what I think is that when we decided to treat this topic, I realized that, we had to look deep into our own marriage. So how have we, as a power couple, overcome setbacks in our marriage the past 25 years? It's been tough. It's been difficult in the sense that we are 2 separate individuals. Everybody is independent-minded. We can be very strong-headed at times. And so sometimes even agreeing on something that could be very minor, sometimes it's difficult because everybody's independent-minded. And that does bring about some friction, which is a setback in itself. And so the question is, how do we deal with such? I think as the marriage has gone on, or as the marriage has evolved over the years, we've both learned how to deal with each other as individuals.
Yeah.
I would also say that as we grow, this is just my personal belief, as we grow, our interests also evolve with us as we grow. So perhaps what one might have tolerated a few years back, as you're growing, you no longer can tolerate anymore, or you no longer want to accept anymore. But at the end of the day, you know that you have to reach a compromise for the sake of the marriage, for the sake of each other, for the sake of love, and for the sake of peace. So again, I think it boils back down to communication.
Exactly.
Talking,
Exactly. And with all these challenges that come, the most important thing is for you to accept that there is a challenge, because you can actually bury things under the carpet and still try and get on with the marriage and not deal with the real issues. But when challenges hit your marriages, the good thing is come to the stage of acceptance. Know that yes, there is a challenge in your marriage, but think of how you're going to deal with it. And one of the ways that I deal with it personally is to resolve back to my spirituality, because all these things do happen as a result of sometimes your disconnect from your maker and your disconnect from the spirit being that God has given to you, which is your wife or your husband. So the first thing for you to realize is that there is something wrong spiritually. That is why things are happening the way it is. Now, don't go too spiritual of me here. It can be just the lack of wisdom which has not been applied. And lack of wisdom is a spiritual thing. The lack of understanding. The Bible talks about seek understanding, speak wisdom, and all these good things. They are spiritual. And if it's not there, it translates into the physical. So the first point of call is seek spiritually. Ask God, why did this happen? How can I deal with it? Give me wisdom to deal with the situation. And as power couples, if each one of you goes in that tangent, first of all, you'll relax, you'll calm down in the situation, and you'll be able to find answers and solutions as to how to deal with what has happened.
Yeah, I agree with what you've said, which brings us back to communication, because even in terms of, as Eric is saying, going to seek the spiritual side of things, that's you going to communicate with God, to ask Him to give you the skills to deal with the situation. So that's communication on a spiritual level, but then you're going to come back and communicate on a physical level as well with your partner or your spouse. So I think one key word we can take away from how power couples overcome setbacks, and it's important we understand that power couples do have setbacks as well, is effective communication. And then another way of dealing with it, I think, is for every individual to realize that you cannot leave the burden on your partner alone. It's a collective thing. It will take the two of you. And in as much as I don't believe that marriage is 50-50, in terms of resolving setbacks or coming out of setbacks, in order to move forward powerfully, it requires 50-50. You can't just leave the 100% on your partner. Oh, the weather, I'm sure you guys can see.
So much thunder, winds, hailstone in the background. We're in London, and therefore the weather is something else today. But we'll carry on anyway. We'll carry on.
So if you hear thunder, it's from outside.
That's right.
Hailstones. Very windy outside. It is what it is. Yeah. So I think as I was saying, don't leave the burden on your partner alone. And even as Eric was saying earlier, it could even be in terms of finances. Setback in terms of your finances. How do the two of you pull out of that? Again, it's communication. You need to sit down, the two of you, assess your finances, evaluate your finances, analyze, ask questions, how you've gotten to the point where you are. If you're not happy with the type of finances that you have as a couple, where you're falling short, you both have to determine where you're falling short. Maybe who is spending too much or not doing what they're supposed to be doing financially, and then you have to have that conversation and see how best the two of you can improve on things. Because in marriage, I think we just need to understand that it takes two to tango every single step of the way. Yeah.